is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely?
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at ya. No Family Guy. Drew Brees, please. Yes. Yes. Corey Johnson back at you. Got a good one lined up for you. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program for starters, which I love. Because on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday, I do the same deal as far as setting up the program, show sheet, topics. But Wide Open Wednesday, it's almost like I could take some time off and not quite do as much, but I still do it all. But my point is, you're the show producer on Wide Open Wednesday. It's not the Corey Johnson Show, the Neutral Ground. It's the Corey Johnson Show, the Neutral Ground, and you. You're riding along with me on that streetcar. We're producing the show together on Wide Open Wednesday. You're the show producer. Topics that maybe I'm not discussing enough, or worse, not at all, that you think are of vital importance. Talk shows in general, national political network television programming, the Carlson Tucker type stuff and the like. Speaking of, got a comment or two about that coming up. No, stuff that maybe you think is being ignored that you think is vitally important. We'd love to hear from you on Wide Open Wednesday, where you're the show producer. Pull it out of left field. The way you do it, dial us up. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. Jason, a.k.a. the Ragin' Cajun, a.k.a. the man in black as we speak. He's blacking out. 766-9480. 766-9480. Jason's fielding your phone calls, ready to put you on the air as the producer of the Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. No, there's a lot of topics I'm missing that I look over and don't take seriously enough, or miss, or ignore, or whatever. 766-9480. Love to hear from you. 766-9480. So much going on this Wide Open Wednesday, including our Humane May fundraiser going on all month long, trying to raise $10,000 for cats and dogs, kittens and puppies. HumaneLA.org is the website. Please go there right now and donate. Let's save some animals. HumaneLA.org. HumaneLA.org. Mother's Day is this Sunday, guys. It's already Wednesday. We're like 5 days out. And you can't count Sunday. It's the day. It's Mother's Day. And it's Sunday. Nothing open last minute to bail yourself out. I've got not one but two great suggestions. Get her a day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa experience. 5 area locations now of the Woodhouse Day Spa. Guys, that's what she wants. She'll be very pleased with a day of relaxation at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner, 2 North Shore locations, Slidell and Mandeville, and they're by the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge also. WoodhouseSpas.com, the website. You can check out what they do. Book an appointment at one of those 5 locations. No, Mother's Day is this Sunday. Go to the Woodhouse. Get her the physical gift card, the day of relaxation. And then in that lobby foyer area of each and every one of the 5 area locations of the Woodhouse Day Spa, lots of goodies for her, guys. Candles, bath salts, moisturizers, things she'll love. Mother's Day, Sunday, Woodhouse Day Spa, WoodhouseSpas.com. How about Friend and Company Fine Jewelers? I saw a billboard today of a local jewelry store, and up in the upper right-hand corner of that billboard, natural diamonds. Natural diamonds. That's what the billboard said. Everybody's picking up on this trend that I've been throwing out there the last 6 months or a year because it's painfully true and obvious. And I was shocked that folks weren't picking up on it before. These man-made, lab-created, 3-week-old diamonds, unlimited quantity, all they do is depreciate in value. Or natural, real diamonds that are 1 billion years old, a limited quantity, and all they do is appreciate, go up in value. Real natural diamonds. It could be diamond stud earrings, tennis bracelet, tennis necklace, engagement ring, wedding band. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street. Go there right now. Take care of her for Sunday's Mother's Day. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, Maple Street, in between Broadway and Carrollton. They've got everybody's price range. You can spend thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. And I love this room, this one room dedicated to real natural diamonds, everything in the room at Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, under $1,000. Under $1,000. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, real natural diamonds for her for this Sunday, for Mother's Day. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton, the Carrollton section of Uptown near the River Bend. Yeah, can you believe Mother's Day is Sunday? Don't blow it, guys. Don't overlook it. Woodhouse Day Spa, Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. Not one, but two really good suggestions. Former President Donald Trump on CNN tonight for a good hour and a half or so, a town hall from New Hampshire. Caitlin Collins, the CNN White House correspondent and panelist, thinks she does a pretty good job on CNN, actually. She will be the moderator. Cranks up around 7 p.m. tonight. Donald Trump, Republican presidential candidate, former president, not on Fox, not on One American News, not on Newsmax. Donald Trump is on left-leaning, not as extreme as they used to be. They're not in MSNBC land anywhere, and they're nowhere near Fox either. But left-leaning CNN hosting Donald Trump in a town hall. There's so many different comments on this. I'm like, great. Then when I heard it was on CNN, I was like, great. And then when I heard it was 400 folks in the audience, mostly Republican and independent, right-leaning, I was like, you got to have some liberals and Democrats, and you don't want to just bring in 10 and have a set-up question. You want it to be more natural and organic-ish, like it's going to be by just the regular audience that they're having. That happens to be mostly Republican and independent-leaning, but I'm just saying there, you don't have to go through the audience members to find questions. Anyway, that's one thing I don't like all that much. I think it should be more of an even audience, maybe even more Democrat or liberal leaning. But whatever. I'll be watching it. A lot of folks complaining, Republicans, why would Donald Trump go on CNN? Democrats, why would you put Donald Trump on CNN where he might garner some Democrat votes or folks that are on the fence? Why give this guy a platform? Some folks think forget about politics. It's all about money. CNN's going to get enormous ratings from this, maybe a rating spike, especially as Fox's ratings are plummeting right now with no Carlson Tucker, a ripple effect that no one anticipated. Fox is having ratings problems on all of its primetime shows. All of them are down. This will boost CNN's ratings. This will put CNN in the spotlight. Other outlets will be using Trump comments from this CNN town hall tonight for the next few days, for the next few weeks in some instances. Love to get your take on CNN, Donald Trump, town hall meeting from New Hampshire tonight, live at 7 o'clock. 766-9480, the phone number. 766-9480. 766-9480. Hey, Lebanon. Outdoor dining, the rain has passed. Lebanon's Cafe. So good. Go check out Lebanon's Cafe and experience some of the city's finest Middle Eastern food, including lamb chops, shish kebab. Tonight for dinner, Lebanon's Cafe.
Our Humane May fundraiser is going on right now. In the month of May, we're trying to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. Donate right now at humanela.org.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets has daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and their entire lunch menu is available too. Open 11 a.m. through 2:30 p.m. For the finest in Sicilian and Italian cuisine, Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
5 generations, family owned and operated. Leidenheimer French bread.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool, New Orleans. NOLAAC.com is your cool spot. From the owners of Katie's in Mid-City and Bienvenue in Harahan, an old school deli with over a dozen specialty sandwiches. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
It sounds like Camille from the Radiators going off with that guitar instrument. I think it's pronounced guitar. Go, Camille, go. Leidenheimer Baking Company producing the perfect French bread, good to the last crumb for over 125 years. That fine dining restaurant, that po' boy you enjoy, Leidenheimer Baking Company, Leidenheimer French bread. Corey Johnson with you. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program this Sunday. 5 days away, Mother's Day 2023, people. Mother's Day, you don't avoid it. You don't try to get by. You take care of her. I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates, some holdover trivia from Monday. We've knocked out a few questions. Got some answers from our Jazz Fest-oriented trivia questions. Who started Jazz Fest in 1970? His production company, George Wine. 1970 Jazz Fest ticket price, $3. And no intranet device used, no cheating, no Google, Yahoo, no search engines. The folks with answers had stories behind it. One guy had a relative who worked in Jazz Fest. Another guy has a lot of memorabilia. He's got a ticket framed on the wall, can see the price. Speaking of 1970, what was the original name of the Jazz Fest in 1970? In 1979, it was the 10-year anniversary of Jazz Fest. They did something historic, something huge. Some folks would say, what a great idea. Let's do it again. Rain canceled about a third of that great idea in 1979. What was the great idea? What made the 10-year anniversary, the 1979 Jazz Fest, unique, special? Even though a third of that great idea was canceled. Rouse's Markets phone lines, if you have the answer to any of those questions, 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. The official name of the primary corporate sponsor of the Jazz Fest. The official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest, 766-9480. And what happens at the Allison Minor Music Heritage Stage at Jazz Fest? And it's not music. What happens at the Allison Minor Music Heritage Stage at Jazz Fest? And it is not music. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. Listening on the radio, oh so fine, 93.9 FM, 93.9 FM. Or maybe you're checking us out on the radio at 107.9 FM, New Orleans' own 107.9 FM. Maybe you're watching on TV all over Louisiana, Cox Channel 4, Spectrum, that's Charter Communications, Spectrum Channel 333 television all over Louisiana. Maybe it's live streaming, KareTalks.com. Maybe you're checking us out via YouTube. That's right. We have a YouTube channel, The Neutral Ground, Corey Johnson. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel. However you're checking us out, whichever way, Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. 766-9480. You got any answers to these trivia questions? I got 50 big bucks for you. $50 gift cards at the Woodhouse Day Spa available with answers. You got answers? I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. And just in time, Mother's Day this Sunday. Official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. What happens at the Allison Minor Music Heritage Stage? Original name of Jazz Fest. What made the 1979 Jazz Fest almost something special? Rain canceled 1/3 of this fantastic idea. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Yeah, Donald Trump town hall tonight on CNN at 7. I'm going to check that out. Something different. I don't think Caitlin Collins is going to get belligerent with Donald Trump. I don't think there's going to be audience members that are going to get real belligerent with Donald Trump. It's a mostly Republican audience, right-leaning independents, a few folks that are on the fence. I'm not really expecting major fireworks. I think unless CNN, plants some left-leaning kind of liberal questions that are toxic out there, we'll see. But I'll be checking out at least some of that unless I just get bored and naturally change the channel. Yesterday, pumping station number 12 near West End went offline for an hour plus. Lakeview street flooding, so slow receding of the water in Lakeview because of that. We're going to talk about Dodie and Bodi. Dodie and Bodi. Dodie is Republican State Rep Dodie Horton and the Don't Say Gay bill. And Bodi is Senator Mack Bodi White, who doesn't think petrochemical plants need to have monitors to alert us when air pollution reaches unsafe levels. I mean, that word unsafe just seems like, yeah, they should be required. Let's hit the phone lines on this wide open Wednesday. Corey Johnson with you. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. Tracy joins us. Where are you, Tracy? In Monts? Where are you calling from?
Yes, for months.
Yeah, nice. What's happening?
Yeah, nothing much. I think I just know one answer. Am I supposed to know all the answers?
No, you just need to know one answer, but we want to know all the answers of life. Can you help us with the answers of life?
Depends on what's the question.
Yeah, I hear you. You're doing better than me. I don't seem to have any answers on life.
Yeah, life is pretty rough, but we just have to have faith.
It's not rough. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it's okay. It's what you make of it.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think life's pretty fair most of the time. Although, Tracy, some folks just seem to get a bad shake, it seems. Some.
Yeah, some. Yeah. Then they got to shake it off and try on again.
Yeah, I don't know how some folks shake off some of the tragedy they have in their life. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're right.
It can be tough.
Always have to think about that. That's right.
Yep. Anyway, Tracy, in Monts, I've got a few questions. You just need one answer, and I've got 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse for you.
That's great.
Pick a question.
The major sponsor for the Jazz Fest, I think, is Shell.
What's the official name of that primary corporate sponsor? Just Shell?
Shell Manufacturing Company? Motiva? Shell Oil Refinery?
I like the manufacturing company, kind of the question mark at the end. I'm trying hard. I want that gift card, kind of inflection.
I do want that $50 gift card.
Tracy, you're very, very warm. Not 100% correct. You've got about a third of it right, but good enough for me. I'm going to tighten you up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, what is the correct answer?
Well, I'm going to leave it out there for someone else to get. But you've got about a third of the name down. You mentioned something that's about a third of the name. What you said is what 99% of the population knows it as.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like if you were like, everybody knows me as Tracy, but my real first name is Susan. I'm really Susan Tracy. It's like that. You nailed the name. Everybody knows it by the name you said, but it's got an official name. There's more to the name. Anyway, I'm going to leave it out there, the official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. But you're close enough, so I'm going to take care of you. All right, Tracy?
Oh, I'm all smiles. Thank you so much.
Good. Hang on, all right? Don't go anywhere. That's Tracy in Monts, Louisiana, getting a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Don't move, Tracy. Jason's going to get some info from you. Rob is in New Orleans in the meantime. What up, Rob?
Yeah, Allison Minor, those are the interviews. The Allison Minor stage.
What happens at the Allison Minor Music Heritage stage? No music, I said. You are 110% correct.
Yeah, you know what? Right. Actually,
ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
Quite often the interview subjects do play, I mean, they talk and they play music, but
mostly interviews.
If I'm not mistaken, the Allison Minor was a lady before my time, but like in the early days of Jazz Fest with Quint Davis, who like went and found Professor Longhair and these, you know, and kind of got Jazz Fest going. I never met her. She's deceased now. I know that, but yeah, I've seen a lot of great interviews over there. But listen, I also want to bring up or respond to the Trump thing. I've been listening to other media sources about this, and a lot of them are, and you didn't go there, but a lot of them are saying, what in the world is CNN doing facilitating Trump when he has just trashed them for years?
Oh, all he does is trash CNN. I think they're doing their job. That's a good point. We'll get on that next. Don't move, Rob. Got to get some info from you.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Leitrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Leitrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Leitrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our Top Benchmark exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
For Leidenheimer Baking Company, producing the perfect French bread is more than a vocation. It's a sacred mission. And for 5 generations, they've used the same time-honored process, baking their signature loaf with its crisp crust and delicate center, unique and still good to the last crumb. From the finest French Quarter restaurants to your local po' boy shop, for over 125 years, New Orleans' own Leidenheimer.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Our Humane May fundraiser is going on right now. In the month of May, we're trying to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. Donate right now at humanela.org.
Yeah, you right. Rob brought up a great point going into that last break. All Donald Trump does is dog CNN. It's true. He's relentless. He's relentless. There are montages on YouTube you can pull up. Trump dogging CNN. Just funny comments and just back to back to back to back to back. Just relentless. No, I've never heard him say anything positive. CNN's doing it. I mean, one thing they can just say is we're doing it as a journalistic outfit. We're this major political news network. We're going to have Joe Biden on. We've had Joe Biden on. We're going to have Trump on. We'll have other viable candidates on doing town halls as well. We'll be equal and fair and give time equally to everyone. So that's what they're going to fall back on. End of story. Have a nice day. And then there's huge ratings for CNN. You're going to have a lot of folks watching CNN that would never, ever watch CNN. And right now, Fox is hemorrhaging viewers. And I don't think they're heading necessarily to CNN or MSNBC. But if there is something they can throw to them and they lure 2, 3, 4, 5%, 1 out of 20 Fox viewers, it is a grand slam home run for CNN. Trying to get folks that are, watch a bunch of different stuff like I do and maybe focus more on CNN now, whatever. They're doing it for ratings. They're doing it for advertising. They're doing it for notoriety. They're doing it because they'll be the talk of all media outlets for the next few days. No, they're doing it for all those reasons. Trump is doing it for get to that audience, get on CNN. I'll go anywhere. I'm not scared to any question. I'll take on anybody that wants to take me on. I'm not worried about Caitlin Collins. But as far as why is CNN doing this when Trump dogs them so much? Honestly, it's like, what does that matter? What does that matter? I mean, Buddy D, and this is on a much smaller scale, just talking about like a talk radio show host. Doesn't matter if they're talking good or bad about me, just as long as they're talking about me. That's what Buddy said. And that wasn't his goal to make people not like him. But what he meant was, I'm viable. People like me. People that don't like me are listening. I'm viable. I've got an audience. I'm real. That's what you want. No, CNN isn't out to, appease and placate their base. I mean, I think these outlets do that automatically. CNN leans left, MSNBC leans left, Fox leans right. They try to appease and placate their audience somewhat on what they're doing programming-wise. But I think in this instance, CNN is looking at it. We can justify it as news. This guy is a presidential candidate. He's most likely the Republican nominee. He's the former president. He's Donald Trump. It's easy for CNN to justify it. And the part about, hey, this guy dogs you all the time, doesn't like you, you shouldn't have him on. Like, retaliate. We'll show you don't like us, you dog CNN, we're not going to have you on our network. That just seems counterproductive for CNN. I don't care if the guest I get on my show likes me or not. If they're a newsworthy guest and they're willing to come on the program, great. Don't have to like them. Don't have to agree with them. That is irrelevant. So folks freaking out, liberal, I guess, leftist going, God, all he does is dog CNN. But I guess it makes sense if Fox had on some liberal guest and all the liberal guests did was dog Fox. Fox is trash. Fox is garbage. I guess there'd be a lot of conservative Fox viewers and fans going, why are you getting this liberal guy on that all he does is dog Fox? Well, because that liberal guy's viable and he's going to, it's newsworthy. And the gravy, the lanyap, it's going to bring us big ratings and numbers. Big share of the audience. Now, Rob's question and the concern of these other folks bringing it up, I mean, it's real. I guess it's semi-valid, but it doesn't matter that he dogged CNN. That's irrelevant. They're a news outlet. They're not out to be liked or disliked. The folks they're covering, I mean, it works both ways. I often say, like, number one rule in journalism, don't befriend the people you're covering. So many folks that say they're journalists befriend the people they're covering. Don't befriend the people you're covering. The opposite's true, too. If these folks are not your enemy, but to them, you are their enemy, so be it. Who cares what they think? I mean, the person that hates you, the person you hate, the only you are affected by it. That person that you hate either is unaware that you hate him or doesn't care if you hate him. Donald Trump dogs CNN. CNN shouldn't have Donald Trump on their network because of that. Is that the implication? That's utterly ridiculous. CNN's fired up about a ratings bonanza. I've been discussing it now for a few minutes. You know, if they had on New Hampshire Governor Sununu thinking about running for president, no one would care or be interested. You know, Kasich, former Ohio governor, former presidential candidate, will be on CNN tonight for a town hall. No one would care. I would watch it. It'd be interesting, both Sununu and Kasich. I like them both. I'd like to see what they have to say. It's not going to, and I find them much more intelligent, realistic, commonsensical than Donald Trump. But, you know, Donald Trump's like a train wreck. It's going to draw numbers. It's going to draw ratings. Hey, every day this program on radio, on television, YouTube, KareTalks.com, live streaming at our website. Always brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex on the car corner of Williams Boulevard and I-10 in Kennebra, right on the corner, right on the price. Home of the big store, Lamarck Ford, for nearly 50 years, number one Ford dealership. How about Lamarck Lincoln? In just a few short years, Ronnie Lamarck has built Lamarck Lincoln into the number one Lincoln dealership in the state of Louisiana. He did it quickly because Ronnie doesn't stop. The Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner, and now the truck dealership in Harahan. That's right, Crescent City Ford, now under the Lamarck umbrella in Elmwood, Harahan, Jefferson Highway, right before Hickory. Every day, this program brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex, and now Lamarck Crescent City Ford. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Rob also picked up a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. What happens at the Allison Minor Music Heritage Stage? Musicians get interviewed at the Allison Minor Music Heritage Stage. Excellent job, Rob, on correct answer for the trivia question, getting a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate, and the point about Trump dogging CNN and multiple outlets discussing that. Although I think it's pretty irrelevant. I think it's CNN's job just to do their job and not worry if people like them or not that they're getting on the program. Let's not get that newsworthy person on the program. He likes us too much or doesn't like us. Irrelevant. But I get the point. Hey, I still have some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates available. A few more Jazz Fest-oriented questions. Official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. We got the answer a few minutes ago, but it's a three-part name. And we got the last part of the 3-part name of the official primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. Give me the 3-part name, and I'll give you 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Original name of the Jazz Fest in 1970. 1979, 10-year anniversary of Jazz Fest. They did something pretty amazing. Never been done before. Although rain canceled 1/3 of the idea. But it was pretty cool. It was a great 10-year anniversary idea gimmick. Although it didn't go off as planned because of weather. Rouse's Market's phone lines are open, 766-9480. 766-9480. I was mentioning Dodie and Bodi. Don't Say Gay. That has been approved in the House. It is Senate bound where it's expected to be approved. Be interesting to see if John Bel Edwards signs this legislation. Basically prohibits public school employees from teaching sexual orientation or gender identity in the classroom. Bans K through 12 staff from doing that. Essentially, the author of the bill is State Rep Dodie Horton. This says it all. The legislation has nothing to do with someone's personal lifestyle. It's to protect our children. When he calls homosexuality or transgender, any of that, someone's lifestyle, like that's what he thinks it is, that says it all. Is heterosexuality a lifestyle choice of yours? You know, next year we're changing our lifestyle. We're going to add tennis to the routine, walking in the morning, and yeah, I'm going to go bisexual starting next year. It's a lifestyle change. So is my wife. I don't think that's a choice. Like, we're going to exercise more. We're going to spend more time in the outdoors. Going to make these lifestyle changes. And oh yeah, I'm going gay too for all of 2024 and 2025. We're going to go gay.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Fausto's Italian Bistro on Veterans Boulevard, where the brothers Fausto and Roland are serving some of the city's finest Sicilian and Italian cuisine. From New Orleans' first family of Sicilian and Italian cooking, Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
At Helm Paint, we go the extra mile with free delivery anywhere in the metro area. In the middle of a job and short on paint? Call us and we'll come to you.
Short on time? Call in your order and pick it up in the drive-thru at our Earhart Boulevard location.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville. The Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
For over 120 years, New Orleans' very own Leidenheimer French bread.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool, New Orleans. NOLAAC.com is your cool spot.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Legislature family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Legislature company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Leitram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Our Humane May fundraiser is going on right now. In the month of May, we're trying to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. Donate right now at humanela.org.
Yeah, you, right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you, telling you about Dodie and Bodi. Don't Say Gay, approved in the House, heading to the Senate. Republican State Rep Dodie Horton is behind that legislation, the Don't Say Gay. There's the Dodie part of the Dodie and Bodi. Bodi, air pollution monitoring bill killed by a Louisiana Senate committee, 450 plus petrochemical plants in southeast Louisiana. They'd have to install monitors to alert the community when air pollution reaches unsafe levels. The Senator Mack, Bodi, White blocked this legislation, concerned about the petrochemical folks having to pay for this, and then they might move and go to Texas. It would cost about $18,000 the first year to install the monitors and to monitor them. And then every year after that, it would just be a few $1,000 by the petrochemical plant. There are 450 of them. It's a few $1 million spread out over 450 different plants. And Bodi White wasn't worried about the citizens of Louisiana or the citizens that live near the plant. He was worried about upsetting the plant folks, having to install monitors that simply go off when air pollution reaches unsafe levels for humans. So there's not a system in place right now that's thorough enough. And Bodi White, the senator, is more worried about where he probably gets his money from. Probably gets a lot of campaign donations from the petrochemical industry. They must own Bodi White because he's more worried about them than these monitors. And the $18,000 a year isn't a concern. He knows the monitors are going to go off all the friggin' time. That's what he's concerned about. That's the first part. The second part is because they would be going off all the time, These petrochemical plants would have to tighten up their emissions. And in Louisiana, we basically whore it out. Pollute our air, pollute our land, pollute our water. Wink, wink, we're going to look the other way. And if you're so egregious and we just bust you because you're over the top, overt, and blatant about your pollution, we're going to give you such a minor fine, it's not even going to affect your business at all. No, the chemical plants, the oil and gas refineries, they come first. The citizens of Louisiana are way down the food chain, especially poor, disenfranchised folks that live near these petrochemical plants. So shame on Senator Mack Bodi White for blocking the petrochemical plants, essentially having to monitor their emissions. No, he knows what's going to happen. These monitors are going to go off all the time because these 450 plus petrochemical plants break the rules and regulations in Louisiana all the time and basically indirectly kill people by releasing lots of toxins and cancer-causing agents into our water, land, and air. Simple as that. They win, we lose. We whore it out. We're IMBY. In my backyard, not NIMBY, not in my backyard. No, please bring that to our backyard. And do what you want in Louisiana. We don't care. We don't regulate. This is proof. The petrochemical plants, 18 grand, no expense to them. They have 18 grand on Friday for a crawfish boil. No, he doesn't want these monitors installed because he doesn't want them going off. That's Senator Mack Bodi White worrying about the petrochemical plants, not the citizens. And State Rep Dodie Horton getting the Don't Say Gay legislation approved. Dodie and Bodi. That's what's going on in Baton Rouge with our legislature. Unbelievable, huh? The exact opposite of what we need to worry about. The Don't Say Gay is just meaningless. Worrying about something that doesn't even exist. Something that does exist, cancer-causing toxins in our air, water, and land, we ignore that. We ignore that. This is Louisiana in a nutshell right here. Embrace Don't Say Gay and hand the keys to the asylum to the petrochemical plants. Go pollute. Don't worry about the citizens. Don't worry about cancer. We're here for you. We work for you, not for the citizens. Nice job, Dodie and Bodi, up in Baton Rouge on this wide open Wednesday. Hey, you tired of your dry cleaner? I don't blame you. Unless you go to Young's, you're happy with them. If Young's Dry Cleaning is your dry cleaner. Yeah, if you're unhappy with your dry cleaner, make the switch. Make the change to the best. A New Orleans institution since 1940. You'll be happy. Young'sDryCleaning.com. Young'sDryCleaning.com. 5 o'clock powwow coming your way on this wide open Wednesday. We'll talk more about Trump's town hall on CNN tonight, that pumping station that went out in West End yesterday. Dodie and Bodi, more on the Don't Say Gay and more on we're not going to monitor these petrochemical plants when they throw out unsafe levels of toxins in the air and the water. Doesn't matter. That's what we're saying. Unbelievable. All of that and more coming your way in the 5 o'clock powwow. Our Humane May fundraiser going on, humanela.org. Please go to the website right now. I've got a spokesperson that is a big-time proponent of Humane May fundraiser. What's that, Blue Boy? The Humane Society of Louisiana does great work. And Louisiana, really, we fall behind the 8 ball with how we treat animals. Got to do a better job. Please donate humanela.org. Couldn't have said it better myself, buddy.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 5 p.m.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
The French bread of the city of New Orleans. Good to the last crumb. Leidenheimer French bread.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NOLAAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NOLAAC.com, your cool spot.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Legislature family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Legislature company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Leitram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us steer you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here, and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
From the owners of Katie's in Mid-City and Bienvenue in Harahan, an old school deli with over a dozen specialty sandwiches. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Dr. David Banner, physician, scientist, searching for a way to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have. Then an accidental overdose.
Latoya the Destroyer Cantrell. Don't make her angry. She'll retaliate.
A startling metamorphosis occurs.
Hello, Latoya. She's angry.
The creature is driven by rage and pursued by an investigative reporter.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. Huh. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, Latoya. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you on a wide open Wednesday. You won't like me when I'm angry. I hear you, Mayor. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. 5 o'clock power hour coming your way. Yeah, you right. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. 766-9480. That's how you can dial us up. Holla. We'd love to hear from you. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. Our Humane May fundraiser continues. It's May. We're trying to raise $10,000 this month for cats and dogs, kittens and puppies for the Humane Society of Louisiana. HumaneLA.org. That's the website. Go to it right now. You can donate right there. HumaneLA.org. Look for me under the blanket with Blue Boy. Click on that and donate. HumaneLA.org. It's for a great cause. Your money will be well spent. 100% of the proceeds goes to the Humane Society of Louisiana. HumaneLA.org. This Sunday is Mother's Day. 5 days away, guys. Can you believe it? 5 days till Mother's Day. Why don't you get her some diamond stud earrings, a diamond tennis bracelet, diamond necklace? Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. The Carrollton section of Uptown near the River Bend. You folks in Old Jefferson, Old Metairie, easy to get there via River Road. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. Real natural diamonds, 1 billion years old. Diamonds that are rare and appreciate in value. Not 3-week-old, lab-created, man-made diamonds that have an unlimited quantity and only depreciate, and quickly, only depreciate in value. You're getting that lifetime purchase. Diamonds for her, your significant other. Get her real diamonds, natural diamonds. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. Like Ken Friend says, you have a friend in the jewelry business. You can spend thousands of dollars at Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on real natural diamonds, tens of thousands of dollars. They've got what you want. And they have one room dedicated to diamonds under $1,000. Every item in that room at Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. Get there before Sunday. Take care of her with real natural diamonds from Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. Now, that's a great suggestion for this Sunday. Mother's Day. Got another one, too. Going to help get you there. I've got some Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates. Guys, she would love a day of relaxation from the city's premier day spa experience, the Woodhouse. 5 area locations, too. 2 on the South Shore, 2 on the North Shore, by the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. I've got a few Jazz Fest-oriented questions, holdover questions from Monday. Who started Jazz Fest in 1970? His production company, George Wine. We got that. What happens at the Allison Minor Music Heritage Stage? And it's not music. No, they interview artists there, do interviews. We got that answer. 1970 Jazz Fest ticket price, $3. We got that answer. Official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. We got the answer. The primary name, but it's actually 3 names make up the official name. We got one of the 3 names. Official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. It's really 3 names make up that corporation's name. Give me those 3 names. The original name of Jazz Fest itself in 1970. And finally, the 1979 Jazz Fest. 10-year anniversary. They did something magnificent that's never been done before at Jazz Fest, but rain knocked out a third of the idea. What did they do in 1979? That was pretty impressive for Jazz Fest. I think a lot of folks today would like to see that 1979 model, but rain, weather knocked out a third of that idea. What was going to happen in 1979. If you have the answer to any of those questions, I've got 50 big bucks for you just in time for this Sunday and Mother's Day. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 766-9480. 766-9480 on this wide open Wednesday. So much to discuss. Donald Trump, former president, leading Republican candidate nominee. Donald Trump will have a town hall tonight on CNN. CNN host, White House correspondent Caitlin Collins will be the moderator of tonight's town hall on CNN with Donald Trump. It'll be in New Hampshire. It'll be 400 in the audience, roughly, mostly Republicans or Republican-leaning independents. I'd like to have seen, or hopefully I will see, some Democrats, some, opposing questions. Somebody that's not for Donald Trump asking a question of the former president. Anyway, a lot of folks are freaking out. Left-leaning CNN, why are they doing this? Selling out for the ratings, knowing they're going to get a big audience. Fox is reeling the last few weeks. The Carlson Tucker firing. Fox's numbers are plummeting across the board. I don't know if that's going to, hold out. Is it just a protest? Folks are going to be right back there. Where else are they going to go? One American News, Newsmax. They're not going to CNN or MSNBC, these conservative Fox viewers. But Fox is hemorrhaging viewers right now. That's a fact. Across all shows, across all time slots. So CNN, with Donald Trump, they're going to get ratings and numbers automatically. Coupled with Fox reeling, I don't know, maybe they feel they can lure some new viewers. A lot of folks on the left side are going, CNN, why would you sell out and do it? They're supposed to be a journalism outfit. That's why. Why would you put Trump on when he dogs CNN every chance he gets? Dogs CNN reporters, dogs the network. Hadn't said a positive thing about CNN. Constantly dogging CNN. A lot of liberals are like, why would you put him on your network when he hates your network, when he dogs your network? That's irrelevant. Like the network, not like the network, that's irrelevant. Irrelevant. So that's why CNN's doing it. The liberals that get mad that my network, CNN, you're having on this right-wing president. It's all bad. It's all wrong. Why would you throw him a bone? CNN wins too. And they can fall back on it's the journalistic thing to do. It's the journalistic thing to do. Old GQ on the North Shore getting one of our trivia questions again. He nailed it. The official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. We know them by one single name, but their name really consists of three names, and GQ in Covington, who loves the choo-choo chicken from Trey Yen. Nailed that one right. I'm not making any of that up either. GQ will email me, Corey at KareTalks.com, photos of his meal at Trey Yen. Yeah, you can email us too, Corey, Kaare, Corey at KareTalks.com. GQ's smart. He always gets these trivia questions, and he's smart that he goes to Trey Yen in Mandeville because Trey Yen is that good. It's not Chinese food. It's Chinese cuisine. Why don't you check them out tonight for dinner if you're on the North Shore, right by the foot of the causeway? Or you South Shore folks, 25 short-minute ride from Lakeside Shopping Center, Trey Yen in Mandeville. I love Trey Yen. I'm there about once a week, getting a lunch special or picking up dinner or dining in. Trey Yen in Mandeville, curbside to-go orders. They walk it out to your car. Tough to beat. Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Our Humane May fundraiser is going on right now. In the month of May, we're trying to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. Donate right now at humanela.org.
River Cities, total maintenance keeps you cool. River Cities, total maintenance keeps you cool. River Cities, total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River Cities, total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
For over 20 years, serving healthy, fresh, authentic Middle Eastern cuisine, Lebanon's Cafe, in the Carrollton section of Uptown on the streetcar line, Wednesday through Monday, 11 a.m. to 9:30. Lebanon's Cafe.
1970 was an exciting time in New Orleans. The first Jazz Fest was held, the city hosted its first Super Bowl, and the first Helm Paint location opened on Earhart Boulevard. While the floppy disks, mood rings, and pet rocks may have come and gone since the 70s, Helm Paint has grown to become your premier source for quality Benjamin Moore products, competitive pricing, and personal service. Please visit one of our locations today, and we'll meet our competitors' prices on any identical product. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh la, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
Since 1896, a true taste of New Orleans. Leidenheimer French bread.
Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets has daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and their entire lunch menu is available too. Open 11 a.m. through 2:30 p.m. For the finest in Sicilian and Italian cuisine, Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City, Gulf South. Corey Johnson with you. 5 o'clock powwow on a wide open Wednesday. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. 766-9480. Official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. 3 names make up this corporate sponsor's name of Jazz Fest. Original name of the Jazz Fest itself when it started in 1970. 1979, 10-year anniversary. What was the plan for Jazz Fest 10-year anniversary? It was enormous. It was giganticus. Folks would love that plan today, but because of weather, 1/3 of that plan was scrapped for the 10-year anniversary of Jazz Fest back in 1979. You got answers to any of those questions? I got 50 big bucks for you. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Corey Johnson with you on a Friday. Yeah, you're right. Just in time for Mother's Day this Sunday. Mother's Day this Sunday. Hey, our Humane May fundraiser continues all month long. Go to the website and donate, humanela.org. Humanela.org, trying to raise $10,000 for cats and dogs and kittens and puppies in the month of May. We need your help. That's how we make it happen. Humanela.org. Donald Trump Town Hall tonight on CNN, 7 o'clock. That bad boy starts in about an hour and a half. Yesterday, pump station number 12 in the West End area went offline for an hour plus. That's what contributed to some Lakeview Street flooding, plus the water receding at a slower rate than normal. Pump number 12 in West End going offline. That's according to the mayor. That's good that the mayor is letting us know about that. The mayor needs to be quiet about the Plaza Tower. Today, she said, owner Joe Yeager has 2 viable purchase offers out there. You remember when the mayor opened her mouth about the Lowe's out in New Orleans East becoming a Target? And then the Target folks publicly commenting, we have no comment on that. And then pulling the deal, bailing on the deal, turning that Lowe's at the old Plaza site, I-10 at Reed in New Orleans East into a Target. No, the mayor opened her mouth prematurely and screwed up that deal. The Target folks got upset about it. You know, basically the Target folks like, New Orleans is a pain in the ass to deal with. We jumped through a bunch of hoops. We seem to be getting a deal done. We're on the way to getting it done. We're not there yet. And this mayor, who's part of the pain in the ass to deal with, she's going to mouth off about a deal that we don't have done yet? No, that was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, Target threw their hands up in the air and said, enough's enough. We're not coming to New Orleans East and the old Lowe's site. It was precarious enough. We were uncertain. We weren't 100% in to begin with. This made the decision to bail easy. No, the mayor's at it again. The Plaza Tower had firemen, New Orleans Fire Department folks going through the building today, clearing out homeless folks, that type of thing, making sure the building is safe. And the mayor commented on that and then also said there are 2 offers on the building. She was asked if they're local offers. She said, I probably need to not say anymore because I don't want to mess up the deal. At least she got that part right, but probably should have said nothing about the two offers. What's the point of that? Why say that and give local folks hope? All you're giving is Joe Yeager headaches, the present owner, who's trying to sell the building. No, the mayor just needs to be quiet on that. You think she would have learned her lesson with the old Lowe's site in New Orleans East? Corey Johnson with you. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program. 5 o'clock power hour. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. 766-9480. I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away just in time for Sunday, Mother's Day, guys. Yeah, Mother's Day is this Sunday. Official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest. This primary corporate sponsor, we know them by one name, but it's a three-name corporation. Three names make up the name. Original name of Jazz Fest, speaking of names, 1970. What was the original name of the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival? 1979 Jazz Fest, the 10-year anniversary. They really wanted to make it special. Had an incredible 1979 Jazz Fest planned out. Something unprecedented, something huge. But 1/3 of that idea, rain canceled it. Weather canceled that idea. What was the 1979 Jazz Fest all about? What made it special, unique, besides the 10-year anniversary? Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. You have an answer to any of those questions? I got 50 big bucks for you at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. It's the story of Dodie and Bodi. Dodie and Bodi, part of our Louisiana legislature. Don't say gay. That bill approved in the House. It heads to the Senate where it's expected to be approved. Basically prohibits public school employees from teaching sexual orientation or gender identity in the classroom. Bans K through 12 staff from discussing it. The author is Republican State Rep Dodie Horton. It has nothing to do with someone's personal lifestyle, but it's to protect children. Why do you bring up personal lifestyle? Are you insinuating that homosexuality is a lifestyle choice? Like I like the outdoors? Heterosexuality is therefore a lifestyle choice? Sexual orientation is a lifestyle choice? That's the problem when the author has that incorrect premise, yet is going to propose a bill. I mean, the foundation is incorrect. The premises that need to be fact-based that lead to a logical conclusion aren't fact-based. So State Rep Dodie Horton's legislation is faulty. Air pollution monitor bill killed by the Louisiana Senate committee, blocked by Senator Mack, Bodi White. We go from Dodie to Bodi. 450 plus petrochemical plants in Louisiana would have to install monitors to alert communities when air pollution reaches unsafe human levels. Bodi White more concerned about the petrochemical plants than the citizens. He nixed the deal. Simple as that. He admits as much. These plants might leave and go to Texas if they have to monitor what they pollute. Wow. Louisiana, we just whore it out. Come in, pollute the air, the water, the land. We don't care. We'll look the other way. Let's head to the Rouse's Markets phone lines. 504-766-9480. To the North Shore, Slidell. Lynn joins us on the program. What's up, Lynn?
Just driving after bringing my granddaughter someplace, and I wanted to answer the question about the Jazz Fest.
Which question?
79.
Which one, Lynn?
The one about why the big plans were canceled.
Yeah, 1979 Jazz Fest, 10-year anniversary. What were the big plans where a third of them were canceled because of weather?
Oh no, I thought you wanted to know why it was canceled.
Why was part of the 79 Jazz Fest canceled? Why was it canceled, Lynn?
Well, we thought it was because there was a police strike that year.
Wow, there was a police strike in 1979 because Mardi Gras, if you remember, got canceled.
Correct.
Wow, that's pretty logical.
I remember because my first son was born then, and we didn't have Mardi Gras, and I had the baby the next day. So
wow,
I remember the police strike. I misunderstood the question.
No, that's all right, Lynn. I love the logical thinking. I love the history lesson of the police strike of 1979, which did in fact cancel Mardi Gras in New Orleans. The parades, no Zulu, no Rex, no Elks, no Tux, none of that rolling. They still, had folks marching in the Bywater, the Marigny, and stuff like that, the French Quarter. But no, 99% of Mardi Gras was done because of the police strike. Because of your logical thinking and the history lesson, I'm going to tighten you up, Lynn, with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate.
That's awesome.
And since you're in Slidell, about 60 seconds from the Gauze exit off the I-10, the Slidell location of the Woodhouse.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I live in Metairie.
Oh, there you go.
I will
take advantage of the Metairie near North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade location, whichever you prefer. Good at any of the 5 area Woodhouse locations.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're right, Lynn. Good job. Hang on, okay? That's Lynn in Slidell. Hang on, Lynn. Jason's going to get some info from you. Get you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Police strike, 1979. Excellent thinking. And Lynn mentioned she had a baby the next day, so she's a mother. Happy Mother's Day Sunday, Lynn, to you. Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate heading your way. Now, the question was the 1979 Jazz Fest. Weather canceled this special, unique idea, something no other Jazz Fest has had. Their plan, 1/3 of their plan got nixed because of weather. What was the special plan? What was going to make the 1979 Jazz Fest unique? The 10-year anniversary. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. 766-9480. If you know the answer to that, or the original name of Jazz Fest in 1970, or the official name of the primary corporate sponsor of Jazz Fest today, I've got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And just like Lynn picking up 50 big bucks, just in time for Sunday's Mother's Day. 766-9480. Did I mention that this Sunday is Mother's Day? Guys, go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Get her what she wants. Get her real natural diamonds from Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. This Sunday, Mother's Day. Hey, our Humane May fundraiser going on all month long, trying to raise $10,000 in the month of May for animals. 1/3 of the month's already done. 1/3 of the month of May already in the books. Can you believe it? It's already May 10th. Seems like I've been talking about our May fundraiser for like a day or two. 1/3 of the time already done. We've raised about $1,200. We've raised about 3 or 4 days worth of money. So we are way behind, trending where we're supposed to be. We should have about $3,500 raised. We've got about 1/3 of that raised right now. We really need your help. humanela.org. Please go donate to the website right now, to this fundraiser, to this cause, helping out cats and dogs and kittens and puppies and horses and goats. humanela.org. humanela.org. Hey, Legislature, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring. A local New Orleans company, a worldwide manufacturing giant, born, based, bred right here in New Orleans since 1949. All they do is grow around the world. That means they continue to hire. You folks on the East Bank or West Bank, Legislature's hiring at their Elmwood facility. You folks listening or watching on the North Shore, Legislature is hiring at their I-12 facility. For a full listing of positions available, go to Legislature.com. Legislature spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, Legislature.com. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. 766-9480. Donald Trump, former president, leading Republican, presidential candidate, most likely to get the nominee. A CNN town hall tonight starting at 7 in about an hour and 25 minutes. Caitlin Collins will moderate it. And that's right, I did say CNN, not Fox, not One American News, not Newsmax. This Donald Trump town hall will be on left-leaning CNN tonight from New Hampshire. About 400 in the audience. Most of them are Republican or Republican-leaning independents. Very few, if any, Democrats or liberals in that audience. There's a lot of talk, even before this thing started. Why is CNN doing this? Well, first off, CNN can simply say, it's hard to argue this, hey, we're doing it because we're a journalistic outfit. That's what we do. We're an outlet that does political news talk. And this guy is the former president, the leading Republican nominee, the most likely nominee for the Republican Party. He's Donald Trump. That's why we're having it. We're supposed to do this. Period. End of story. Have a nice day. Then there's hey, it's Donald Trump. We're going to get huge ratings. We're going to get gigantic numbers. Fox, with the recent firing of Carlson Tucker, that came out of left field. The results of that firing, Fox is hemorrhaging viewers right now. I think they're going to rebound in a month or so. I think there's a lot of disgruntled, hardcore Republicans that love Fox. That's their outlet. They loved Carlson Tucker. Fox firing him. That they're like mad at Fox. They think Fox is selling out. They think Fox is being politically correct. They're taking the number one rated show, their bell cow, the voice, the person they love and respect. They're pulling him off the air. There's a lot of pissed off people that watch Fox. They're boycotting Fox. But there's nowhere to go. They're not going to CNN or MSNBC. Newsmax, One American News aren't viable enough, don't have enough of a pulse. So they'll end up back at Fox. But Fox is hemorrhaging numbers after the Carlson Tucker firing. That's just a fact on all shows, all time slots. No, CNN's doing it for money. They're doing it because it's Donald Trump. They're doing it because they're going to get ratings and numbers. There's no doubt. But also, they should be doing it as a journalistic outlet. Then they have folks on the hardcore left going, why would CNN, my network, bring on this right-wing guy, this guy we all hate, coupled with the fact all he does is dog CNN, constantly ripping CNN, constantly criticizing CNN. Those 2 points are irrelevant. It doesn't matter that he's a conservative, and it doesn't matter that he dogs or criticizes CNN. It doesn't matter at all. CNN's supposed to take that personally. Hey, we're a liberal outfit. We're not supposed to have the conservative guy on. Hey, we're a liberal outfit, this guy, the conservatives, always criticizing us. Let's get even and not have him on our network. That just makes no sense at all. CNN is supposed to be a journalistic outfit, if you believe that or not, and they're not supposed to be fazed by if the presidential candidate or nominee likes what they do or doesn't like what they do. It is irrelevant. So the hyper left going, why would CNN get Donald Trump on? Why would they get him on when he's constantly critical of CNN? Because none of that matters. Might as well say spaghetti and meatballs. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 7 o'clock tonight on CNN, Donald Trump, town hall from New Hampshire on CNN, moderated by CNN White House correspondent and host Caitlin Collins. Now I'll be checking out some of that tonight. The CNN angle and Donald Trump makes it more interesting if it were Trump on Fox or if it were Biden on CNN. Who doesn't think that? Mayor LaToya, the destroyer Cantrell, said yesterday pumping station number 12 in the West End area went offline for an hour plus. That led to street flooding and also a slower receding of water coming out of Lakeview after yesterday's midday, mid to early to mid-afternoon rain in New Orleans. The mayor also mentioned the Plaza Tower today. Firemen going through the Plaza Tower, making sure it's safe and secure, getting homeless encampments out of there. The mayor then opened her mouth and caught herself, luckily, only after the media questioned her. She said there are not one but two viable offers for the Plaza Tower. Two developers with viable offers to purchase the building from Joe Yeager, the present owner. Then the media, local media, asked the mayor at her press conference today, are they local developers? And the mayor said, I better be quiet. I don't want to wreck the deal. Maybe she did learn something by opening her mouth about the Lowe's out at the old Plaza site in New Orleans East, I-10 at Reed, when she said Target is going to go into that building. Target has leased out the building and a Target is going into that Lowe's. Within 12 hours or so, Target corporate, like out of Minneapolis, is like, we have no announcement of a store in New Orleans East, in this Lowe's. We have no agreement. We have no announcement to make. And they're kind of pissed. Look, it's New Orleans. Doesn't take a brain surgeon. It's hard to get stuff done business-wise in New Orleans. So Target's dealing with New Orleans. They're dealing with New Orleans East. They're dealing with this old Lowe's building. Probably a very precarious situation that wasn't smooth and easy. They weren't back at corporate at Target going, boy, this New Orleans store is just an easy deal. It was precarious. It was probably a big pain in their ass. They probably, a lot of folks are like, we shouldn't do it. And then some folks saying we should. And it barely got over the approval. And then this mayor spouts off that it's a done deal and Target is coming to the Lowe's in the East. Target bails. They walk. They say there's no deal. This is nonsense. We have nothing to announce. So maybe with this Plaza Tower deal, the mayor kind of learned her lesson. Corey Johnson with you. Rouse's Markets with you. Best quality, best price, best selection. It's crawfish season. Your Rouse's Markets taking care of you. You want to boil crawfish? Rouse's Markets has live from the sack crawfish. Live from the sack, South Louisiana crawfish, ready for your boil. Pick up your live sacks of crawfish from your neighborhood Rouse's right now. You don't want to boil those crawfish. You just want to eat those crawfish. Hot from the pot crawfish, ready to eat. Steaming hot from the pot at each and every Rouse's. They've got a few guys at every Rouse's. All they do all day long, boil crawfish over and over and over and over again. Hot from the pot, boiled crawfish, spiced right from each and every Rouse's, live from the sack. Bring them home, boil them yourself. Each and every Rouse's, best quality, best price, best selection. Tastes like home because it is home. It's crawfish season. Rouse's Markets.
Our Humane May fundraiser is going on right now. In the month of May, we're trying to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. Donate right now at humanela.org.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" He said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson.
Did you have any problem with Angel Reese? There was a photo of her coming off the bus, holding the phone with the...
And that was a bunch of bull. That was Photoshop, that young lady. That's social media for you. How dare somebody do that?
No, I was wondering if it was Photoshopped or if it was real.
You just got the real answer from somebody who was there.
It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground, where New Orleans is heard.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Legislature family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Legislature company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Leitram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
For Leidenheimer Baking Company, producing the perfect French bread is more than a vocation. It's a sacred mission. And for 5 generations, they've used the same time-honored process, baking their signature loaf with its crisp crust and delicate center, unique and still good to the last crumb. From the finest French Quarter restaurants to your local po' boy shop, for over 125 years, New Orleans' own Leidenheimer.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Fausto's Italian Bistro on Veterans Boulevard, where the brothers Fausto and Roland are serving some of the city's finest Sicilian and Italian cuisine. From New Orleans' first family of Sicilian and Italian cooking, Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Sonny Landreth there on the guitar from Cajun Country. He performed at the Jazz and Heritage Festival. Corey Johnson with you. Hey, the 5 o'clock Power Hour this afternoon brought to you by Helm Paint and Decorating. Don't let a rainy day stop you from progressing your paint project, moving your paint project forward. When it's rainy, that's when you go to one of the physical Helm Paint and Decorating locations, one of their 7 locations, and pick your paint colors, get all your supplies, everything you need, your Benjamin Moore paints, your rollers, your brushes, drop cloths, whatever you need. The great thing about Helm, you got Joey Helm, Keith Main, Ronnie Helm, Christy Helm, a great crew, staff, Charlie, all the crew over there. They've been there for years, decades, family or like family. And they'll take care of you. They'll literally steer you in the right direction. I like service. I like folks taking care of me. I like the best prices. I like the best quality products. I want it all. At Helm Paint and Decorating, you truly do get it all. You got a paint project that you got to take care of in New Orleans? For over 50 years, Helm Paint and Decorating. You really got to ask yourself, if you have a paint project, why would you go anywhere else but Helm? That really doesn't make any sense. Corey Johnson with you. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Our Humane May fundraiser going on as we speak, trying to raise $10,000 in the month of May for animals, cats and dogs, kittens and puppies in Louisiana. A third of the month's already in the books. It's May 10th. Please donate right now, humanela.org. Mother's Day is Sunday, this Sunday, 5 days away. 2 suggestions for you guys. Head to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Get her a day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa, what she wants, the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com, fellas. 5 area locations. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, real diamonds, natural diamonds. They're on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. You can spend thousands of dollars. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars. Best quality, enduring value, Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. They also have a room with real natural diamonds, not man-made lab-created diamonds, real natural diamonds. Everything in that room at Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, under $1,000. Mother's Day is this Sunday, guys. Woodhouse Day Spa, Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. Tonight at 7 on CNN, about an hour and 5 minutes away. A Donald Trump town hall. You heard me right. Donald Trump town hall on CNN. Caitlin Collins will moderate this. No, a lot of folks from all different sides. Hardcore Republicans saying, why, Trump, would you go on CNN? Hardcore liberals saying, CNN, why would you put Donald Trump on? Why would you put Trump on when all he does is dog CNN? I think it's a brilliant call by CNN. First off, it's journalism. End of story. Second, the lagniappe, the gravy, the 13th oyster in the dozen, they're going to get huge ratings at CNN with Donald Trump on. No different from his, if anyone else had him on. What I like about this, it'd be like Biden having a town hall on Fox. I don't want to watch Donald Trump on Fox. I don't want to watch Joe Biden on MSNBC. I want to watch Joe Biden town hall on Fox, and I want to watch a Donald Trump town hall on CNN. By the way, the audience is going to be made up of mostly conservative Republicans or conservative-leaning independents. It's almost anyone but Democrats and liberals in that audience. That's one thing I don't like. If those reports are true, I think CNN definitely should have had some, liberal-leaning folks in there, without a doubt. Hey, in Mid-City, there's a little restaurant that's been there for decades. It's called Katie's. Why aren't you at Katie's right now? Dinner cranking up as we speak. They open for lunch and dinner. They're open throughout the day. A great New Orleans wine down spot, Katie's in Mid-City. And don't forget Scott Craig's other place, Francesca Deli and Pizzeria in the old Charlie's Deli location in Lakeview. Harrison Avenue, in between Canal Boulevard and West End. A true deli. 15 different specialty sandwiches to choose from, or build your own sandwich. Pick the bread, pick the meat, pick the dressing, the cheese, the extras. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria in Lakeview, and Katie's in Mid-City.
Our Humane May fundraiser is going on right now. In the month of May, we're trying to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. Donate right now at humanela.org.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville. The Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
Served in New Orleans' finest restaurants, Leidenheimer French bread.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here, and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring, and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. If you ever need air conditioning help, River City's Total Maintenance is there for you. And they got you covered. They're honest, incapable of ripping you off. They're air conditioning experts. They're going to diagnose it correctly and quickly. And they come immediately because your AC's not working. They know you're inconvenienced, stressed out.
honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. That's River City's Total Maintenance. Find them at nolaac.com. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto, River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday. Uh-oh, that's Blue Boy. What's up, buddy? Yeah, we covered a lot. Trump's town hall on CNN should be interesting at 7. You're right, buddy. You're right. Dodie and Bodi, those legislators. Yep, not good, buddy. See you tomorrow, straight up 4 o'clock.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 6 p.m.